Yeah.
Gutter rap.
Hey, boys.
Yeah. I feel like we're hiding behind a trash can right now.
I like it.
Like behind a dumpster, like rolling dice, but like
I'm gonna jump out with a rusty box cutter with my shirt off, just like slash somebody,
and just be like, ay, 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 ay.
Yeah.
Yes. Greetings, boys. Welcome inside the Boyz Lounge
Boys.
2.0. We are the Wine Boys. You can find us on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, most predominantly at Wine Boys Pod. You can find us on electronic mail at wineboyspod@gmail.com. That is boys with a Z at gmail.com. There's your plug, Google.
Okay.
I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. That's the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. Find me at Zach Edward. There will be many more things to come as this show progresses into its now we're like in our almost like our centennial time.
Just about, yeah.
We are to the point now where we are going to get a gold watch at retirement. It's just that big things, boys, big tings, fam. Like it's
wow.
We're just I feel it's like a Jiffy Pop, and it's just
you feel it in your plums.
It's just ready to explode.
The growing,
like,
the excitement,
the phone calls we've received,
the arousal.
I mean, boys, things are getting
wow.
We're heating up.
I like it.
Like a junkie spoon.
I like it. Ran up on a taco truck. Gonna stab you in the butt. Hey, boys.
That's called rap.
That's called hippity hops.
Yeah. Lyricist of the year.
That's right.
The Lord. And peace be with you, the Lord. Peace be with you, Lord.
So anyway, you can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Other than that, I'm home right now wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Yeah. Single dad life right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Wife and baby are out of town.
Yep.
No hookers in the house. I'm pleased to announce.
Oh, no dead ones.
No that comes later. So stay tuned, boys.
Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Hey.
Hi. Smack Talker Skywalker here.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up?
Tallywhacker Jones here.
Yeah. Just called me the Lord. Let the Lord be with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call you Lord J from now on. Sounds like a rap name.
Wow.
Hello, Lord.
Lord Gerald's cool.
I like Lord J.
Yeah.
You're doing very good.
So, today we have a German Riesling.
Yeah, we went back to Germany.
I mean, it was a French white last week. It's German one this week. That's cool.
Well, listen, German is much easier to. Also, the back of the bottle is in the King's English, so don't.
Oh, that's cool.
Listen, I'm trying to make things easier on you. All right, girl?
Just so happens that the bottle has the same color scheme as Bud Light Platinum.
It does, actually.
So, let's see where we are. All right.
Are we hearkening this fine German Riesling to Bud Light Platinum? Well,
a light beer with 6% alcohol.
Yeah, which is
maybe
bananas.
Maybe
if it's a light beer with 6% alcohol, it's no longer a light beer. Okay, that is a full flavored beer.
That's a Pilsner with attitude.
Yeah, that is a turd in a dress. All right.
What is Bud Light Platinum still for sale? Like,
yeah,
can you still buy it?
They relaunched it.
Really?
Yeah, new bottle. Yeah, new bottle scheme and everything. Yep. The whole ad campaign for Bud Light right now is for Bud Light Platinum.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They have this really funny. You know how they do like the medieval times thing?
Yeah.
So the whole commercial scheme now is medieval times. They're leaving Bud Light Knight at the castle, and there's like this robot version of the knight, but he's Bud Light Platinum.
Okay.
And they're like, we want to hang out with you, and they're like, oh, the other knight has no idea, and he goes, yes, I do. Bud Light with all their money.
Dilly. Yeah.
Yeah, dilly.
Well, enough
Silly,
free press
silly.
for them. Let's see.
Silly, cut the check.
Today we are drinking Peter Emeritus Platinum Germany.
So I got it.
Yeah. It is a
knockoff of Bud Light Lime or Bud Light Platinum.
Bud Light Platinum. It's a 2018 Riesling white wine.
How do you spell Mir? Is it Mertes?
Yeah.
Peter Mirtes, right?
Yeah, Peter Mirtes.
Platinum Riesling. There it is.
And the back of the bottle reads Peter Mirtes Platinum Riesling, crafted in the well-respected Mosel region of Germany. This is quality Riesling. I'm sorry, it's the label's a little wet. I've had this on ice. This quality Riesling is crisp, clean, and easy drinking. Floral and fruit aromas suggest sweet melon and honey with enough. It's the water on the bottle. It's
white
kinda
enough
hard
to make everybody blush.
Yeah. With enough acidity to ensure a beautifully balanced and versatile wine.
Yes.
Pairing suggestions: spicy cuisine or light seafood dishes. Food pairing complements a wide variety of light foods from a fish to fowl and even spicy Asian cuisine. Also enjoy on its own. Serving temperatures: best served lightly chilled.
Which we have lightly chilled.
We have lightly chilled this wine.
Yep.
Now, you pulled it up on
Yep.
the...
Boys
Okay.
move. Ice, cold water in a bucket. If you want that to be at an optimal temperature. So just
That's the
use...
move.
Yeah, that's the... Yep.
That's the move.
That's the auntie move.
Yes.
Yes. So let me tell you about some shit.
Auntie hacks.
Yeah.
All right. Let's bust this bad boy open.
All right.
Tonight it is a twisty boy.
Yep. So this is Peter Mirtes Platinum Riesling. Oddly similar in... basically, the bottle and text are very similar to Bud Light Platinum. The bottle's blue. It is white. It has blue lettering. This is from... I just want to say it like it's super German. This is from Rheinhausen, Germany.
Yes.
It's always fun to say it like that. This is an 89.1. Surprisingly
Really?
high Riesling. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to
Yep.
pour.
This one is, I actually wasn't going to get this one at first, but it caught my attention because I like a blue bottle, and I was just kind of craving a Riesling. You ever have one of those good Riesling cravings?
No. Can't say I have.
Well, you're an asshole. So
Well.
so you're an asshole.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
This is very deep. I like this. I like the smell.
Yeah.
I get melon, crisp apple. Almost got like a white cranberry vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the vibe, but all right. Average price of this wine is between $8.99 and $10.99. I paid $8.99.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a very good price for a Riesling, a German Riesling at that. Yeah. So
All right. Well, let's give it a sippy poo. Now, to me, it smells like Riesling.
an astute observation by the sommelier over here.
Not bad.
Oh, that's actually a lot more crisp than I thought it was going to be.
Pleasantly sweet, not overpowering. Crisp.
Ooh.
Lightly carbonated.
I love that honey on the back end.
Yeah, it's smooth. This is nice.
This is pretty good.
This is nice. There's a little bit of an aftertaste to it, but
Most
not that
Rieslings
bad.
have that high acidity,
Yeah.
high acidic content. So
Yeah.
So you get that almost carbonated feeling, although the wine is not carbonated, but the acidic nature of the Riesling grapes give you kind of that bitey, tannic dryness in the back of your jaw.
Bubbly.
Almost like champagne bubbles, but there's there's no carbonation added to this.
I liken it to like a flat soda.
Yes, that's actually a very good description.
Yeah.
Your taste characteristics are medium bold, dry, and acidic, which, yeah, I think that pretty much nails it. So your taste characteristics, your flavor profiles are pear and melon, apple, honey,
Yep.
mineral flavors,
Yep.
citrus, lemon, and lime.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that honey, almost like a honey dew.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is really good. I'm actually a fan. I do like this. Pater, you did good.
If you enjoy a sweeter wine, this is actually
It's not too sweet though. Like it's
no. It's pleasant. Like it's
Pleasantly
not
sweet,
like
yeah.
it's not like a Moscato.
yeah. That's That's liquid sugar.
Right.
If you're a wine boy that likes, if you like it a little, you're not a sweet wine drinker by your nature. Both of us, I think, are openly admitting to, like, we are deep.
We're dry boys.
We're dry, deep red wine drinkers by trade.
Yeah.
However, the basis of this podcast is to open up our flavor profiles and open up the world of wine to everybody. Right. Novice all the way up to your small haze. All the way up to your YouTube sensations that sit at a bar and, they do that backdraft editing where they make everything look like it's faded behind them, but they're at a bar. They know the fuck they're at a bar.
What is that called? Is that a macro shot?
Yes.
Yeah. Where everything behind you is like blurry.
Yeah. It's like, you don't need to fucking do that.
Yeah. Oh, you're cool.
You're cool. It's just me and the wine today.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, Beth, whatever. Okay. Most reviewers have called this a good to great, crisp and sweet Riesling. Deserves any accolades that it gets. Riesling is without question Germany's favorite grape, based on the wine enthusiast. It's widely planted, and it's widely planted but once derided. Riesling is the superstar of white wine around the world at the moment. It's a very big trend in the world. Rieslings are back. So
they went somewhere.
Yeah, they went to. They got out of Germany in the 40s. You probably remember what happened.
Oh yeah, 1945. They left Germany, hung out in Argentina for a couple of years.
The Rieslings got out for a little while.
Yeah,
built a wall. That.
Yeah. Well, a wall was built when they were.
Yeah.
They
didn't build the wall. The Rieslings were just away from the wall.
But they left.
For a short time.
Hung out in Argentina for a little bit.
And then they came back. They're like, is the coast clear?
Rumor has it there's a couple of Rieslings still living in Argentina to this day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Rieslings.
Rumor has it a couple died there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
War crimes, am I right?
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that we're speaking like wine in wine terms about this is very funny. And people will listen to this and they'll be like, those guys are really taking a hard stance on these war crimes. And we're like, we just called them Rieslings. That's a grape.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's a grape.
That's a grape joke. It's one of the grapest jokes I've ever heard.
A great grape joke?
One of the grapiest jokes I've ever heard. 5-star grape joke. Pork, shellfish, spicy food, poultry, and cured meats. I love a good charcuterie.
Okay.
Put the cheese on the board.
A nice Kobe-styled London broil.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't fuck with me on my lunch meat.
Kobe Bryant makes beef?
Yeah.
Kobe beef. Yeah.
Kobe beef. Yeah.
It's the black mamba of beef.
Yeah.
All right.
A good grape joke.
Okay. Love a good grape joke.
Love a good grape joke.
Makes a couple people awkward, but once you bite into it, you really get in the get to the crux of the situation.
Yeah, Kobe had a grape charge.
Yeah, he had a couple grape. He did. He caught a couple grape charges.
He did catch a grape charge.
Yeah. A little on the nose there.
Little
nose feel with the grape joke.
Yeah.
How's
it feel? How'd that rest on the palate? That grape joke.
You know what? It was dry. Pretty highly acidic.
Yeah.
And slightly on the nose. Yeah.
Grippy tannins.
Like almost too leathery. Like almost like it's around my neck.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Kobe, get out of there. Get out of there, quick, run. Boys, we made a proclamation earlier in the summer that we posted a video on our Instagram page of Baker Mayfield dancing to Migos, and now for the boys that are uncultured, Baker Mayfield is a professional football quarterback for the Cleveland Browns of the National Football League. Or as I like to call it, the Great White Hope. He was deemed by us. We're in the media, so we're allowed to have scalding hot takes. We saw a video of Baker Mayfield dancing very well. We'll just put it that way. It was really good. Very well to a Migos song on the practice field, too. And then we deemed him the best black quarterback in the NFL, which was a very drastic statement, I think.
did.
Now,
We did. When was this? It wasn't last summer.
I think it was.
It was November 20th, 2018.
Okay, so November 20th so almost a year. So 11 months ago, we proclaimed Baker Mayfield as the best black quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. He is crushing it.
Oh, he's killing it.
He's absolutely murdering it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up.
Yep.
Up.
Bow.
Bow.
So
hits it.
he flexes on everybody. There's a camera crew there. Okay. My dude made a lot of proclamations this offseason and said the Browns are no longer the basement dwellers of the NFL. We're going to win more games than we lose. I'm going to, we're making a list. We're checking it twice. I ain't no Santa Claus bitch. Like, he's really taking it on the nose. And then he went out and for the second time in second time in 3 weeks in a primetime game, and just ate a shit burger. Like, just real fucking bad.
Nice warm
My
one.
dude threw 8 completions.
A warm shit sandwich.
8. Me and you in the backyard throwing vortexes could throw eight completions to the fucking dog.
Well,
like, 22 times he completed 8 for 100 yards for a full game of football last night.
He had just as many completions as he's had interceptions this year.
He's had 8 interceptions through 2 again last night. My dude had 8 completions and he has 8 interceptions on the year. He has 8 more interceptions than you and I do. We both have 0 because we have good QBRs.
That's right.
Yeah, because we're more game managers than anything. But here's the thing. Okay, I don't like getting the attacks from people on the internet that there's a lot of people on the internet, obviously, or a lot of people on the internet, I don't know, obviously, that do state things like, okay, Baker Mayfield's not even black. I hear you. Okay, I can see it with my 4 eyes, all right?
I see it.
He is not. We know that.
Clearly.
So please stop sending us messages.
Clearly.
But I think we now have to take a look in the mirror and now just proclaim Baker Mayfield as an every down white quarterback. I mean, I think he's lost his race privileges at this point. I mean, there are so many better black quarterbacks than Baker Mayfield. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. It counts.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, for God's sakes. He's playing so much better than him.
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater wasn't even trying. And he's... Yeah.
No.
Just dudes you never heard. Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Cam Newton isn't even playing and he's better.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I mean, not much better.
Kyler Murray. I mean, it's just... the list goes on.
Yeah.
All right?
Jesus. Eli Manning.
Okay, and he's white. Like, real white. Like, that guy's a jar of mayonnaise.
That is very true.
He is white.
Eli Manning is whiter than these paper towels.
Baker Mayfield is as black as a jar of Vegemite. Like, he is he's tart and grainy, and he's just, you know what? As, I'm upset, as you can tell. Because I see. He's fucking it up.
Yeah.
He's fucking up our proclamation.
Yeah.
We made an astute observation that Baker Mayfield, solely based on characteristics alone, and obviously he's swinging something under there that is killing people, because every time anybody talks about Baker Mayfield, they go, guy's got a lot of attitude, big balls, huge dick. That's usually how that sentence proceeds itself. Big balls, huge dick.
Typically. I mean, Jesus.
Couple
even
things
Jameis Winston is playing better.
I know, and he's not good.
Been good in college. Crab legs.
Crab legs?
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck her right in the pussy, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameis? You remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crab legs and choice grape jokes. Be careful, A
lot of coarse language.
Yeah, a lot of coarse language used by Jameis. Florida State, am I right?
Yeah.
Florida going to Florida.
Well, grape jokes and grape accusations.
Yeah, grape accusations. He got crabs, legs, but...
Yeah. What a guy.
But that I needed to start the show with that because
Okay.
I had it in my loins. You know, it was deep rooted anger, where I'm just like, I have been such a Baker Mayfield apologist, and I'm done. I'm done. I love him. He's my favorite quarterback. Besides, besides the team that I root for. I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like it's Alcoholics Anonymous. Hi, my name is Zach, and
Being an Eagles fan was like that for a
I'm a
little
Detroit
while.
Lions fan. Hi, Zach. It started when I was 5. I was given my first jersey, and it was Barry Sanders, and I watched Barry Sanders play, and the joystick style moves that he would make, where he would make 11 men on the field run one direction as he ran the other, and I was like, I'm gonna like this team, but I didn't know anything about facts or statistics when I was 5. And
Not at all.
And then I learned a very hard lesson that a much maligned franchise was in Detroit. A franchise that was so bad that they actually didn't even get a city ordinance to blow up the previous stadium. They were just like, we're going to blow this shit up. And they're like, is that, I guess that's fine. They're like, we'll use the money for the parking lot. We need that. It's Detroit. And they're like, that's fine.
All right, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's just tumbleweeds over here, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Also, while we're at it, in the city of Detroit, we're going to put up a bronze statue of RoboCop. Because why not, right?
Because Detroit, right?
Yeah. We've got some cool shit here.
You ever been to Detroit?
No, I don't.
Me either.
Kind of want to go.
I definitely want to go.
Because I have friends that have gone to Detroit for like work conferences and life.
Yeah.
I had a buddy go, and he was. I was like, well, what was it like? He goes, all right, so the city's cool. 5 minutes outside the city, not cool. Like define not cool. He goes, looks like a barren wasteland. He goes, a picture, a post-apocalyptic movie. That's 5 minutes outside of Detroit. I'm like, really?
Wow.
He goes, yeah, it looks like tumbleweeds and shit.
Wow. Yeah, I heard Detroit's pretty rough.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not.
Like, RUFF.
Yeah.
Rough. Yeah.
Not the kind of place that I want to go wearing shades of colors, certain shades of colors, where I feel like I'd be in danger.
Okay.
It's just a tough, hard.
You'd
tough,
probably be okay.
Probably. Tough, hardworking, blue collar city.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna be like, you get there like some rappers like, yo, you got Trick in with Trick.
I'm like, who the fuck is Trick?
You ever hear those stories? So apparently Trick is like the mayor of hip hop in Detroit. Trick, yeah. You Google him. Yeah.
Right.
He's like the mayor
shit.
of hip hop in Detroit. And like basically
it's a bold statement.
If you're a rapper,
I'm the mayor of hip hop. Who gives you the right?
That Trick gets it. And like if you show up in Detroit as a rapper and like you don't check in with Trick,
oh, I've seen this. I've seen this guy's face before.
Yeah,
okay.
like you'll basically get jumped, and like they'll steal your chain.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Trick.
That's Trick. You've heard the stories, right?
I have heard.
And like, don't you dare talk shit about Eminem.
Goon Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he has.
Well, I mean, Detroit's really made a name for themselves in the rap game. I mean, they've got Eminem, Big Sean, Trick.
Yep.
Trick.
Voice to 5'9".
Name so nice, you got to say it twice. Yeah. Deep rooted.
Yeah.
Speaking of hip hop, we were listening to a lot of hip hop earlier, loudly because you're a single dad.
That's right.
Yeah, mom and daughter out of the house.
Yep.
Man, how excited were you when they left? You were just like, all right, you guys have a great time. Don't ever come back. When they slammed the door.
A little sad.
Okay.
Little.
Sorry, I was just trying to.
I'm a mixed ball of emotions.
Just trying to play up your freedom. I guess you. What do you love her or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you. I guess I'm not a dad.
Okay.
I will be, but because it'll be an accident.
Nice.
100%. I already said that.
It's a mesh.
We've already had the talk, my girlfriend and I.
Okay.
And I was just like, if I slip one past the goalie, like you're gonna keep it, right? And she's like, I don't know. I actually don't want to. I don't want to have that happen. I go, hypothetically speaking, say it does. we had this conversation.
Purely hypothetical.
Purely hypothetical. We had this conversation on Thursday last week.
Okay.
Now this is just dinner conversation in our house. Like we're just like sitting down at the dinner table, and I'll just be like, hypothetically speaking, I get you pregnant. What would you do? Like it's just, I like keeping her toes firmly planted to the ground.
Okay.
Like when she's eating, like if we're just enjoying a meal, just like, oh, it was a tough day. I want the conversation to still have substance, you know?
Okay.
You know, a lot of
Yeah.
hypothetical situations. I did the other day, if I commit a murder, would you hide me? Like I said that was Friday at dinner. Yeah.
What'd she say?
She goes, it depends. And I'm like, it depends on what? And she's like, I mean, of course I'd protect you, but like, if I felt like I was in danger, and I'd be like, no. I said, hypothetically speaking, it was a knife fight that I got myself caught up in, and I killed the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I killed him, and I chopped him up, and I threw him in a dumpster. Like, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I mean, that seems like a lot. And just like, all right, well, you think about it. You get back to me.
Uh-huh.
She ain't
Like, hypothetically.
She might not be a
of course.
ride or die. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think mine is.
Jeez.
Like seriously, I was like, listen,
you had a
like,
baby with her.
I know, and I picked the wrong time to find out. I should have found this out a couple years ago. I did, you know.
Maybe like before you got her pregnant.
Yeah. Maybe before we got married.
Yeah.
I just
But
asked her.
what are we gonna do
like,
with all this fine china?
Yeah, but I just asked her, like, listen, like, let's say hypothetically, I kill a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, like, let's say we go to Burger King, he gets my order wrong, and I'm like, hey, I wanted cheese on this Whopper, and he was like, fuck you, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, like I find him, I stalk him in his 1997 Chevy Cavalier back to his studio apartment that he lives in with his grandmother, and I follow him into his apartment. I'm like walking in, and he goes to, like, shut the door behind him. I like stick my foot in the door, and I'm like, remember me, pussy? And then like I throw him into the room, and then and then his grandmother's like, oh, Joe, what's going on? I'm like, shut the fuck up, old lady. And then I'm like, okay, think, Gerald, think. He's like, listen, man, we don't have any money, but you can take them. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then like, I make like him and his grandmother like get on their knees, and then like no, it's not sexual. But yeah, I and then I like tie them up, and then I like, slice grandma's throat.
Okay.
After making Joe watch for 12 hours.
Didn't want her to die.
Then,
I gotta tell you, in this purely hypothetical situation,
Yeah.
I really was hoping you didn't kill the grandmother.
Yeah. And then I end up driving out to like the reservation somewhere where I like, because obviously I had to hack up their bodies,
You dump
stuff them in
on
a garbage
Indian
bags.
burial grounds. Don't they come back to life?
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I end
Hiya,
up having
how are
to
ya?
like, I end up having to like fillet them from their bones.
All right.
And then
This is graphic.
I take all the meat from their bones, put them into garbage bags, and I end up burying it in a shallow grave on the reservation somewhere.
Okay.
And then the bones that I filleted that are still back at the apartment, I go back there, and then I have to like let the bones dry out for a while until I can like break them up into like a nice powder, and I flush that down the toilet. So anyway,
Is this the exact This is the exact story that you told your wife? Like almost like to the
I mean,
T?
I have a podcast, so I can get into a little more detail.
yeah, but like,
I'm just saying, like,
are you are you like cutting into a steak while you're just like, hypothetically speaking, what if I killed a guy?
Probably,
and like,
yeah.
What if I turned his bones into dust?
You know, I like my steaks a little rare too.
Yeah.
So
what if I like just decayed his body to the point where I turned his bones into dust?
Flushing down the toilet.
Just eating, just nom and it's good steak. God, that's the conversation.
Well, yeah, of course.
And
Why
she's
not?
like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? It's like,
hypothetically, I need to like.
Hypothetically speaking,
would you stay?
if I killed a guy and left his bones to rot, and then I
Yep.
turned them into a powder, and then
Yep.
flushed them down the toilet,
Yep.
would you protect me? Just eating a steak. She's like, I can't tell if you're joking. It's just like, I'm not. This is not a joke.
Maybe. because it didn't happen 4 months ago. What?
What?
Huh?
Exactly. I think my anger, I think I would get, the only person that I think I would harm is, it's always like a barista. Like it's always a person that does not deserve it. Hold on. Before we continue with this.
Oh yeah, second pour.
I knew this show was going to get dark
By the way,
today.
clean your fucking lens. It's always kind of dusty. Is it dust? No, don't use your finger. Use your shirt.
You're dusty.
Yeah, use your shirt. Seriously, clean
You're
your lens.
fucking dusty.
Clean your lens.
Are
You're an
gonna
embarrassment.
What are you going to chop me up?
You're an embarrassment. Yeah,
chop
I
me up into
might.
tiny pieces
I
because
might.
I've got your
You
burger
and your
going around?
grandmother. I might.
She's already dead.
Oh, nice. Did you wipe it on the graphic part of the t-shirt or the cotton part?
I don't fucking.
Clean your fucking lens. We don't live in a barn. Jesus.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, then you're going to notice a difference in picture quality because your lens isn't smeared with Vaseline anymore.
It's not it's jizz.
Sick. Okay.
God.
Jesus. Clean the cock-a-doodie lens. There we go. Well, we're going to give you a little more.
Cock-a-doodie lens.
Yeah, didn't you see Misery?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That rings
yeah.
a bell.
Yeah.
God, speaking of Held Against Your Will. Oh, I love that. Love that movie.
Yeah.
What a great performance
That
by
is a-
James Caan and Kathy Bates.
Yes, that is a good Riesling.
It is. It's
very good Riesling.
It's delightful. I mean, I got to tell you, that little bit of like honey crisp taste is very nice. It's very
It's
representative of a good green apple.
Yes, and even though it's a
Yeah.
Riesling, it's a sweeter wine. A lot of times you think
Yeah.
of summer.
Does wine
This
make you
is-
horny?
It makes me horny. It's actually giving me fall vibes.
It's a vibe, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God. My Instagram is flooded with fucking foliage and, oh, God. Okay, like, I
White
don't...
women dressed like Han Solo. Just-
Was that a fucking cape? What is up with these like flowy, like long dresses? Like I saw a girl trip the other day walking. She was in the middle of the city. Okay, she's wearing the universal Han Solo cape with like, it's like a black shirt, black high leggings with like those like brown leathery boots.
the riding boots.
And then she's wearing the fucking cape, and she was leaving Starbucks, which I was like, all right.
real basic.
Real spot on impression. She leaves the Starbucks and she steps on the back of the shirt and fucking like stumbles forward a little. And I'm like, and thank God I caught it with my, my peripheral vision. And I was like, "Are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah, I don't know what happened." And I was like, "I fucking do. Like that shirt's 9 sizes too big. Like
Yeah.
a regular shirt is not supposed to go any lower than the belt line."
Mm-hmm.
Like just below it. Most of the girls don't even leave the torso anymore. They're just like,
Yeah.
I fucking forgot the rest of my shirt. Is that okay? Can I just,
Expose some navel.
can I just leave this part out? It's like, yeah, sure. What about a guy, like a guy's crop top, but for like, oh, I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Accidentally stumbled upon it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's as weird as you think it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, triple X porn parodies. Regardless, it's a topic. Basically, what I'm saying is that fall. It's my favorite time of year because I'm one of those people that like doesn't like it too hot but doesn't like it too cold.
Right.
I'm like I'm a house cat.
Okay, you're an indoor cat.
I'm an indoor cat. It's too hot. It's too cold.
Too cold. Yeah, yeah.
It's just right. I'm a baby bear.
Okay.
Someone rub my tummy. So
Rub my tum-tum.
make sure my porridge isn't too hot. I don't like it when it's too hot.
Now, I actually turned off my heat yesterday.
It's invigorating, isn't it?
It was warm yesterday.
Yeah.
Fairly warm. So I turned off my heat. Woke up this morning, 66 degrees.
66 degrees my house when I left.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, it's cold in here.
It's cold. Mistakenly, I turned the heat back on because I was so cold this morning.
And now
It
it's
was
hot.
jarring.
It was hot as
and I
fuck.
and I didn't turn it off when I left.
So hot, right?
I walk into the house, 74.
Oh, that's too
And I was
hot.
like, Jesus, it is a sauna in here.
so hot.
Yeah. So I open up. I love like these are real like I live on
Real domestic problems.
Yeah, yeah.
For the boys that don't live on their own and own a house, these are the problems you're going to have when you get to that perfect time in your life when you're like domestic.
Yes.
And you're just like, I got to take out the garbage. I got to do this. I have chores when I get home, but like I subtly kind of look forward to the little chores when I get home. Certain ones. I don't like dishes. Not a dishes fan. Doing the garbage, maybe the cat litter, little things like that.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I'm about it. All right?
Now, I remember when we lived in Oswego, and we were such savages. That one year we lived together, right?
Oswego is a lake port city just on the peninsula of Lake Ontario in upstate New York. Continue.
Okay. 1 year we lived together. It was probably around this time of year. It was probably a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. And maybe it was late October. Anyway, we were holding out for as long as possible to turn on the heat because we didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah. We got to the point where we were like, we could see the breath.
I remember one morning I woke up and you selfishly slept at your girlfriend's dorm instead of...
Because it was cold as fuck. I knew
Instead of staying in the house.
I negotiated my way back to the dorm. She was just like, let's go back to your house. And I'm like, it's cold.
So
I don't want to go.
I gritted my teeth. I stuck it out. I wore a sweatsuit and had about 3 blankets on me that night.
Still shivering.
Woke up that morning. I'm trying to remember the temperature on the thermostat.
Was it like 58? I think you like took...
No, it was colder than that. I want to say it was like 55.
Could have froze the pipes.
Yeah. It was like 55. It might have been 53 in the house.
Oh my God.
Like it was...
It's cold.
It's not being able to see around these like kind of freaks me out. But yeah.
Like what? There's a fox in the house?
I don't know. It just does a little. But anyway, I'm a little paranoid. Anyway, yeah.
Is there a dragon in here with the...
No. But anyway, like I remember it was like 55. It might have been 53 in the house. I woke up freezing. I could kind of see my breath. And I was like, fuck, I can't. I gotta pull the cord. I gotta pull it. And I turned on the heat.
And you were just like, oh.
And I was so happy. And it was one of those instances where you turn on the heat and you feel it immediately.
You're just like, oh God,
fuck! This is what civilization feels like.
Oh, this is what defrosting feels like. Oh,
but I remember that there was actually a guy that I worked with at Radio Shack at the time, who up and down absolutely refused to turn on his heat. So what he would do was he would turn on the shower on the hottest setting. And he would leave it on.
Yeah.
So it would just get all steamy in his small apartment while the shower was running.
It worked.
I guess, but then everything just gets like mildewy. And
very moist. Yeah,
everything's just very moist.
Get a lot of get that shower like scum.
Yeah. And also like, I mean, you run out of hot water eventually, and it doesn't work.
Especially in a tiny apartment.
Yeah.
Water heater's not that big.
No. So yeah, but I just going from that to like, I wake up this morning, it's a little too chilly in the house. I'm like, well, I gotta turn on the heat.
All right, man. I'm just making a decision. I'm making a decision for the both of us. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Like when did we become such pussies?
Are you talking about like with the cold?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, especially nowadays, now that we're like, have homes. It's just like, it just seems unnatural not to do it. It's like, what the fuck?
Turn it on.
Pay for it. It's a luxury. Just pay for it.
Yeah. It's not even a luxury. You need it. As cold as it gets here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. Because like, if you don't put it on, like it could literally like cease your house. Like all operations will be ceased if you.
Yeah, things in your house just stop working.
They'll just freeze.
Yeah, like your pipes freeze and suddenly they explode.
Yeah.
And now your basement's flooded.
Schwarzenegger comes in with the freeze. Allow me to break the ice, and he just like freezes your pipes. Just like a really bad Mr. Freeze impression.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, horrible casting job. Arnold Schwarzenegger should have not played that guy. That was weird. That whole movie was fucking... Yeah. It was the worst Batman.
Jim Carrey as the Riddler?
No, that one was Forever.
Okay.
Batman Forever was Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face and Jim Carrey as the Riddler, which was okay.
Okay. Wasn't Bane also in that one?
He was in Batman and Robin, which was the dog shit one with
wasn't George Clooney
and Chris O'Donnell.
Okay.
And it was Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
Okay. See, these movies all like run together to me.
It was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Okay, and which one was the one where Danny DeVito was the Penguin?
That was the second Batman.
Okay.
Which was... So there's the OG Batman, which was Jack Nicholson as the Joker, which... I still think is the best Batman. I know I get a lot of flack for that.
Really?
I just like Keaton as Batman.
Really?
Always did.
Yeah, he was a great Batman.
He's just he just kind of encompassed Bruce Wayne. The newest, so the newer, obviously it's different because the first incarnations of Batman were cartoony. I mean, they were kind of supposed to be like
like those ones that came out in the 90s.
Yeah, and then when they got into like the newer ones, like the Christopher Nolan adaptations,
the Dark Knight,
it got a little bit more gritty, and it got like storytelling. Like, let's figure out what's behind the mask.
Yeah.
And then now that they have the DC universe kind of Ben Affleck version, this one is supposed to be. This is the most visceral and like angry Batman is supposed to be. And now they're doing a Robert Pattinson version of it, which apparently is supposed to be like the darkest incarnation of Batman.
The problem with the Batman movies
Robert
is
Pattinson
every fucking Batman movie they've come out with, or at least is where they fucked up in the DC universe, with the Ben Affleck Batman, which made no damn sense.
He wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It really was not that bad.
What sucked about it was because I think the first movie he was in was Batman vs. Superman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Batman Returns was the one with the Penguin.
Yeah. Okay. Batman vs. Superman. The Dark Knight just came out, like, the last Dark Knight movie came out, what, like 2-3 years before that?
I'm sorry, back up. From where?
The Dark Knight from Batman vs. Superman.
No, so the Dark Knight came out.
No, the last in the Dark Knight trilogy.
2012 was the Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm. And then Batman vs. Superman was what, 2015?
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay.
2016.
2016.
Yep.
Okay, 4 years later.
Yep.
Why did they feel the need to retell Batman's origin story in Batman vs. Superman? Yes, different franchise, different actor playing Batman, but still the same character.
This movie was so fucking long.
Oh my god,
it's tedious. It was tediously long.
It was terrible.
It wasn't that
It was
bad.
so bad. The problem was
it was just retelling a lot of the same shit.
3 different movies.
Yeah, and then
it could have been 3
like,
movies.
Why don't we just slam it into one?
Yeah, like
we'll call
they
it a 3-hour epic. It's like
they took okay, we're telling Batman's origin story. We're catching you up on what Superman's doing. Then we jump into the conflict between Batman and Superman and how Batman feels like you have this unregulated fucking man that can do everything and he's just running around Gotham and he needs to be stopped. And Superman's like, what? I just want to save the world. And then their moms have the same first name. And that's why they suddenly like each other.
Oh, Gwen, huh?
Yeah, she says Martha. Like, yeah, like what the fuck is? Remember that? Martha.
This is not.
And then they just look at each other.
This is not
like
Bale Batman. This is Affleck Batman.
Right. And then Martha. Well, he still has to do like the child molester clown voice. So that. So
it's odd. It's oddly, I'm like really good.
So anyway,
child molester clown voice.
The child molester clown voice. So anyway,
hiya, Georgie.
Somehow they decide to team up, and then they fight Doomsday, who is way out of left. Like the Doomsday fight could have been its own movie.
It was a long fight. Wasn't that whole scene like 51 minutes or something like that?
Yes, and then suddenly Wonder Woman comes in from some country unheard of and teams up with
Amazonia.
Batman and Superman. Yeah, some nation unheard of. And teams up with Batman and Superman to fight Doomsday, which could have been its own movie.
Yeah.
That's 3 different movies.
I remember
and I only saw the movie once.
I only watched
when it came out in theaters, and I remember how angry I was.
You went to the theater?
Oh, I went to the theater. I wasted money.
So long.
This movie came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and I still remember how angry I was leaving the theater.
We rented it, I recall,
okay.
because I was like, "You want to watch it?" And yeah, it was. We kind of reluctantly were like, "Yeah, it seems like the best choice, I guess." So we got it. And like we started the movie, it was on a Saturday night. I recall this like vividly because we started the movie at like 7:30. Okay, by 9, the yawning is beginning, and I'm just like, I'm invested enough where like my time is precious, so I kind of just want to finish watching this movie.
Yeah.
And then like 10 o'clock gets there, and it's like, God damn it, this movie really needs to end. Like it's just I kind of know where we're heading. I get it. We're friends now. We've been having the same fight forever.
Yeah.
She's fallen asleep, and I finally get done with the movie, and she fell asleep.
Okay.
About 25 minutes left. I wake her up. I said, "You want to go to bed?" She goes, "Oh yeah. What time is it?" I was like, 11. She goes, 11 o'clock. She goes, when did the movie end? I was like just now.
Oh, what time did you start watching this? At like 8:30?
Like 8, a little after 8.
Oh my God. Yeah,
like,
that movie was
it was like
way
3 hours
long.
long. I'm like, she's like, what? What do you mean just ended? I'm like I hit stop, took the disc out, went to the bathroom, and then I woke you up.
Okay. Now,
a minute and a half ago, like it.
Justice League, I remember.
I still haven't seen it.
I saw it.
It
was better. Better.
Tolerable.
It was tolerable. Suicide Squad.
Haven't seen it. I got so angered by the rest of those movies. I'm just like, I don't know if I
you
want
saw
to like
Batman vs Superman,
like,
and
I don't
you know
want
that
to
they're
do this anymore.
You know they're competing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Which are
and they're just fucking crushing it.
Yeah, because their movies are more. They are more like this. Let's dispound this belief here. Okay, let's not take the origin and everything like to heart so badly, because the whole thing with DC is like they're more graphic novel, or Marvel is more comic book. That's kind of how I think about it. All right, now listen, I'm no resident nerd. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm the authority of comic books. I'm not. I barely know what I'm talking about. But that's how I see it when I talk to people that are nerds about this stuff. I don't mean nerds in a derogatory sense. Let me back up. Let me pull back.
Well, here's what Marvel.
But that's how I see it. It's like Marvel's more like cartoony and comic-y, and but it also has like an action sequence that's fun and exciting. Where DC is just like Batman uses guns to kill people. That's kind of how he does it. Like it's just like he doesn't have that. He has that vigilante point of view, but he's like, I'm also okay with murder.
Here's how they did it though, and here's why the Marvel movies are so good. Every Marvel character movie, what they did was they took a classic genre film and said, we're going to take this character and we think his feel fits this genre of movie. So like, what was it? Thor Ragnarok, for example.
Great movie.
A buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Really.
Funny.
Between him
More
and
funny than it was actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Logan. It's a Western.
Haven't watched the full movie.
Really good, actually.
Got an hour and 20 minutes into it, and I'm just like, I like it.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time. And I was watching it on TV, which was frustrating the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, I can't do it again. I can't keep taking breaks. If you're watching, you don't watch movies with breaks. I've come to that conclusion.
But every movie, that's what they did, is they decided, okay, we're going to take this movie and we're going to adapt it for this classic genre in literature. We're going to take tropes and that's how we're going to make it work. And it worked. And that's why the Marvel Cinematic Universe works so well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it seemed like DC, at least with the first movie they did, well, not the first movie. I'd say the Superman movie was probably the first one they did.
The
Man of Steel thing. Yeah. But yeah.
Again.
But Batman vs. Superman was a fucking mess.
Long. All those movies are so
It was long. It was boring.
Okay, now, here's my instance of like movie I knew walking in that it was super long, and I still just kind of toughed it out. Did you watch Watchmen?
Yeah.
Went to the theater, watched that movie. Okay.
I think we went together.
No, we didn't.
We didn't?
No,
really?
we did. Yes, I remember, because I think I took a girl on a date there.
Oh, okay.
Which is a poor choice.
Well, I remember when it came out in like 2009.
It was a real poor choice by me. Yeah.
Me and some friends got high as giraffes pussy, and we went to go see The Watchmen.
Not a movie you want to get stoned on. Like it's like, now that's the thing. I love a good story. I like getting lost in like storytelling. I'm big, and that's how I like my movies. But I was like, I'm getting sold, and I read not the whole graphic novel, but like bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
And I liked all the characters, and I'm like, all right, I think this is gonna be a pretty cool movie. And I'm a buck 45 into this thing, and I'm just like, it's another hour and 20 still to go in this fucking movie. Like, I was like, I kind of know where it's heading, but like the scenes that probably could have been 5 minutes were like 25.
Yeah.
Like the ending battle scene, it wasn't even a battle. It's like it's just them talking.
Yeah.
About all the shit that's gonna happen. And I was like just let this shit happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just fuck, man. Like, I get it. There's the doomsday clock is about to strike midnight, and my dude is gonna blow up the world.
Couldn't they put some shorts on Dr. Manhattan?
His dick was out the entire time.
I remember they showed him. I was like, it's his dick.
That's
like,
as a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah.
At that time, I laughed. I chuckled in the theater like
too.
a 5-year-old.
Well, you remember?
I was like, can somebody get him some illusionist fucking pants? Like,
I was high.
See-through pants? I don't give a shit.
I was higher than a Georgia pine.
Yeah, it's just,
and I see this. I mean, it's on
this
the big
Illuminati
screen.
cock. Like, it's just like
a 2 foot long, just blue luminous penis.
Which was not even. It wasn't even that big of a penis.
No, but you're on the giant
normal,
like
on his
screen.
So it's like
it's 2 foot of penis.
Dr. Manhattan's got his illusionist dick out again. Like,
yeah,
it's blue. It's big.
Blue penis.
It's blue. It's veiny. It's there, but it's just like that part did actually kind of chuckle me. And I was like, all right, so he like sheds his clothes every time he turns into Dr. Manhattan, and he just like the. Because he incinerates people, so his clothes just explode
and then burn,
and they just burn, and then he turns into like this superhero who's always naked. Like his I even said it to like I recall because I got done with the movie and the girl that I was with was like, "What'd you think of the movie?" I said it was long, it was good. Like I liked it from like the story perspective. I said, but there was a lot of dick in that movie. Like there was an awful lot of peener. Like I wasn't expecting it. Which is fine, but like I think it took away from that whole last scene.
See what hurt me with that movie was that movie was way too long to go too high. And the first fight scene,
which was
in the apartment with Rorschach and what's his name? I can't remember.
The comedian.
It might have been Rorschach and the comedian. Anyway, that first fight scene in that movie in the apartment. Incredible, like beautifully choreographed.
Was that the scene that showed like the comedian falling to his death?
Yes, that scene. That wasn't Rorschach.
It wasn't Rorschach.
It was chilling outside of the apartment.
The villain, or it was the killer who ended up being the clock guy. Whatever the fuck his name is.
So that fight scene was
Ozymandias. Is that what it is?
Probably
Ozymandias. Yeah.
Incredible, and I was like, holy shit. Like,
well, Zack Snyder, the director, is like he's all about that super stylistic fighting. Like he did 300. He did. Like you can tell he got a lot. I don't want to do UCLA film school here, but like you could tell a lot of his like origin was like Guy Ritchie films. Like you could see like the stylized slow motion fighting, and
then it speeds up and then slows down.
He had like those Tarantino quick cuts, which it's like this dude is like a mashup of like 3 directors turned into one Zack Snyder. Yeah, who was just like, I like things to be fun and fast and then slow, but then fast again. Like it's just like
it was incredible. At a 19-year-old Gerald,
just like,
under the influence of marijuanas, is loving this.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, the hands.
And then the talking began.
It's just like,
and Gerald got a little sleep.
Yeah, it is not a movie that I still to this day. I rewatched it.
Okay.
Out of the theater, but I watched it by myself. I was like, I'm going to watch this movie by myself, and I'm going to give it my honest critique. And I was like, all right, I liked it. I did. I enjoyed the movie.
Do you know what I watched recently? That I was like, man, this is actually really, really good. Even though it's no surprise it is. Goodfellas.
Well, yeah.
It's a
People don't just turn on Goodfellas to turn on Goodfellas. It's a great movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm super excited to see that the Irishman.
Oh my God, I want to see that. When does that come out?
I think next week. It's the greatest hits, man. Scorsese, De Niro, Pesci, Pacino.
Yeah.
It's just
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
When is it? I'm looking it up.
I've read early reviews, and they're like, "This is Martin Scorsese's masterpiece." I'm like,
really?
I was like, he's made a lot of those, so a lot of his movies come off as this is his masterpiece.
Righteous Kills on Netflix.
I did not like that movie. Tried to like it. Did not like it.
Anyway, the Irishman.
There's a lot of movies that like I saw in the theater that I just wanted to be so good, and they were not good. Like it's just, excuse me. I can't say I'm even close to becoming a filmmaker ever. And I critique things that I should not. But
there are 2 trailers for it. I
haven't watched anything about it.
I
only read a
anything.
couple of reviews.
I've only heard
and
good things.
Yeah, a lot of the big wig movie critics are just like, yeah, this is a good fucking movie. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Which is weird though, how like critics work with like Netflix only movies. Like remember
they get super early releases. So
yeah. But remember like Bright and how all of like the critics hated it.
Wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't that bad. It was okay. But remember, all the critics hated it, and everybody was saying that the critics hated it because it was kind of taking them out of their job because it wasn't in theaters anymore.
Yeah, so they were spiting the movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
No. Or how
I can see why critics wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Story's a little silly, but
it was okay. I mean, like it had
Will Smith action drama. What do you expect?
Exactly. You know? Ogres.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, it was all right. It wasn't terrible. Or like, what else? The Dave Chappelle comedy special, the newest one. How the critics, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics rated it like 20% or something like that. However, the people rated like 95% fresh. So
you can't trust everything.
You can't trust.
There are certain movies out there. Yeah. Like I did this the other day, like Sausage Party. That's a good example. We saw Sausage Party.
I loved Sausage Party.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
People hated it. They're just like, wow, food telling, sex jokes.
Well, what was interesting though about
like,
Sausage Party
you guys don't get it.
No, because what was interesting about Sausage Party, spoiler alert for a movie that came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The movie is actually talking about religion.
Yeah.
And how ludicrous they think
Seth
the idea
Rogen talks
of,
about that shit in every movie.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
And it was basically a plea for atheism and how they think that religion is just ridiculous.
Yeah. And they did it in like the silliest way
They
could.
did it in a silly yet clever way because you don't realize they're talking about religion until you're like toward the end of the movie.
I do that shit all the time with the hiya, how are ya? The fire water. Hiya, how are ya?
Yeah.
Hiya, how are ya?
How are you? Yeah.
Just like, there's some really good, just like silly one-liners in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was baked. Like, fuck a guy baked. like
That's the thing is like the people watch that movie and they're just like, what the fuck is this?
I
like,
associate it to the people that play the character.
Yeah.
So it's Bill Hader playing this Indian like whiskey, was he tequila or like firewater vodka? I don't know what it was. But
I don't know. I think he was like some sort of whiskey or something.
Yeah. Just getting super baked, like fuck a guy baked.
And what was funny though is like
it's good shit. It's good
at
shit.
the very end, they
shit.
just decided to have all the food have an orgy.
Yeah. Food porn.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Because it's a joke. You know, people always say food. Oh, it's just food porn. It's so good. They legit made food porn. Like, sometimes people overthink the joke.
Yes. Yeah.
It's funny because they made food porn.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And they made a deep cut into religion.
Yes.
Using hot dogs.
And
like, it's just...
The thing is, though, is that I did not see that coming at all.
We went to the theater. I remember that. Yeah.
I didn't see it in the theater.
Yeah, I think you were with us. No, you didn't come with us?
I didn't go with you.
I thought you did.
I saw it at home.
Wow. No, never mind.
No, that was one of the ones you went without me.
No, I think you had something going on because I invited you.
Probably.
I definitely invited you. You're like, I can't. And I'm just like, well, sucks to be you, man. Like, I was just,
yeah. I think I did have something going on.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
That one was like an OG theater thing where I was like, I got to see this. Yeah, it's a good film overall. All right. We think we've delayed it for long enough. Let's. You want to?
Well, speaking of food porn,
Oh God, we just talk about it.
talk about what?
I don't know.
The worst black quarterback in the NFL?
No, we're past it. Ooh, the Godfather of sandwich recipes. That looks delicious.
Yeah.
What is that?
Sandwiches. homemade egg McMuffins. I watch a lot of cooking videos on YouTube now. It's my thing. This guy, by the way, shouts out Sam the cooking guy.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos.
I like him a lot.
I do too, yeah.
Like,
certain people I enjoy.
yeah, like he's very dry when he talks. But he's like, listen, guys. Popeyes makes a chicken sandwich. I'm going to make a better version of it. like that's just how I love it. So anyway.
All right.
Speaking of dry men.
Oh, God. It's such a good way to describe it.
So I was reading a little news.
Yep.
And I ran across this guy that really breaks the mold.
Yeah,
He's really breaking racial barriers here.
I've always kind of wanted to, like, I always think, and maybe this should, I think this should truly be a punishment to those that do a crime that isn't bad enough to be a crime worth going to prison for, or isn't worth. Basically, I think put it like this: if you commit a misdemeanor offense, and you have a choice between A or like B. B is being like community service and probation for a year or something like that. You should have to show your internet history.
Okay,
As
your
like,
internet search history.
Yeah, with like no scrubbing, like a long Saturday afternoon Home Alone. After that, and it would just be like, this guy is a like sick, twisted pervert who also wants to know what's going on in Syria. Like, it's just like he's just very like this guy like he's talking like the shit that he's watching on some of these sites that begin with P and X. But he has 13 tabs opened about the war in Iraq. Like it's guy really like he cares.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I think a majority of boys have as their search history.
Okay.
It's just like all right, well, I got to take a 20-minute break in between these sessions. So
well, I'll tell you what tabs are open right now in my browser. Okay. Right now
on my browser.
My browser. I've got these German pilot watches that I've been looking at.
Oh.
I really like watches. I think that's just
I like those.
thing.
Yeah.
The Laco.
Those are nice.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
But I like them.
Well, when they sponsor this podcast, they will not be expensive.
You're damn right. So $1,300 German pilot watches.
We don't need to tell them the price. We give them a promo code.
Okay.
And then they go to the website. They get a percentage off.
Let's see. A crawfish boil recipe I've had open for a while.
Pretty hungry?
A news story that I wanted to talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
We'll probably redirect after this to that story. And then how to change your Memoji in iOS 13.
Wow.
Those are the 4 tabs I have open right now on the browser.
There's
on my phone.
No mention of pornography at all.
No, because I don't keep those tabs open.
You're a smart cookie.
Yeah.
It's like you would come up squeaky clean in the court of public opinion.
The nasty boy tabs.
Yeah. Those are hidden. I have incognitos for those. Yeah.
You goddamn right.
Sometimes you ever find yourself, there's like, do you ever have in your lexicon of your porn archives that you have in your brain, do you ever just like have like a scene or like a particular film that you just like want to, like, I just want to watch it?
Yeah.
That you have to resort to Google searching it?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't
Absolutely.
want to.
It gets harder and harder to find it.
I know, and you have to go to some like real back end websites.
Yes.
Like there's some shit. Like there's some shit that's just like I just want to watch like something vintage, but I don't want to watch like 1987 vintage.
No. You want to watch like
2006.
Yeah, like you don't need to see like Vanessa Del Rio. Like you just want something.
I want something that's like Sarah J in her prime. Like just like she's done some shit and she's done some shit and she's being punished for it. Like that's the kind of
You want to see what's her name? The one with the glasses, Ava.
Eva Angelina?
Eva Angelina?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Eva Angelina? Hold on.
Yeah, she
had glasses and she was like popping back in like 06.
She was the one who glorified the glasses facial.
Yes.
I remember this distinctly, and this is hilarious because I think we talked about this on the podcast. I took a media, was it media law?
Yeah.
I think I took a media law class. No, it wasn't media law. It was I took media economics.
Okay.
That shows you how much of a bullshit degree I got.
Yeah.
I took media economics to figure out how you make money in this industry.
Yeah.
Media economics. And we had our final project was to take a media industry and state your case as to XYZ for the industry. Basically, explain the profitability, how you can make more profit, and what is your bottom line cost effectiveness of this industry. And we had like 50 choices to choose from. And a lot of people were like NFL, Major League Baseball, rugby, like international rugby. Then it got to me, and there's like 27 choices left. And I'm like, I'll take the porn industry.
Yeah.
Nobody else wanted to take it. And everyone giggled in class. They were just like, ha, ha. And I was like, I'm going to make the best fucking project you've ever seen. Everyone's just like, sure you are. And I'm just like, you'll see. Now, that's my girl.
Yeah, that is a big old hog.
That is not a small penis.
Not at all.
It has its own gravitational pull. Like
Open that
it
in
is
a new tab.
I am. As soon as you leave, I'm gonna paint these walls.
I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah.
So anyway,
in bed with the eucalyptus candles. Yeah, those are delightful. Anywho, back to the story. So, I was. People laughed at me because they're like, well, "Why would you do the porn industry?" I was like, "Because I've got a lot of material to work with here," and everyone's just like, "Oh, she's gonna jerk off a bunch." Here's the thing: I jerked off none. I was so in depth in my research that even when I was combing through the smut, I was just like, I don't even want to touch my dick.
No. Because, like you were in work mode.
Because I was like, I want to know how much money this industry is turning a profit on in our internet era.
Yeah.
In the internet age. This was in 2010 I did this project.
Yeah.
And I had 41 slides in this presentation. It was long. And I even asked you about it, and I asked for your opinion, and you're just like, you should have a slide about Eva Angelina. She glorified the glasses facial. That was your exact quote. I remember it distinctly because I laughed so hard when you said that. I go, really? And he goes, look through the archives. Like that's basically you were just like, have you seen any other actress in this industry take a glasses facial like she did? I'm just like, I don't think I have.
Wow.
I'm just like shrugging, like I think you're right.
So you talked about like niches in the industry and all that.
I found a PBS documentary about Vivid Entertainment that was done in like 1998 that talked about profitability in porn. And my professor was he was like taken aback. He goes, holy shit, he's doing PBS documentaries in this thing? I did
pulling shit from everywhere.
I did a 1.5-minute snippet of that, and it was like, God, who was the porn star? I think it was like Monica Mayhem. And she was just like, here are the things, and this is how much money I make, and based on, and then it was like the CEO of Vivid Entertainment at the time, and it's just like, we're gonna report in the green 40% this year, and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, holy shit!
These people are raking it.
I know, and then
now things are tough.
And then I made a 6 slides about the Pirates of the Caribbean XXX parody that they did. I think it was just called like Pirates.
Yeah.
Starring Jesse Jane.
And it made more money than any other porn.
It was the highest
feature ever.
It was the highest grossing porn feature, but it was also the highest budget for a porn set and production ever. It was like $8.5 million for a fucking porn movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, guys, now this movie, and then I took examples of like feature-length films that had similar budgets, and I was like, all right, so Pirates had an $8.5 million production budget. So did Babe.
Big in New York.
Like, for real. And that one like, got a chuckle out of people. And I was like, do not laugh at the film that's going on here. I said, we need to understand that this feature-length pornography had the same budget as a feature-length film in the 90s. Like, that's how it works. You go, I was like, there are movies in Hollywood now that get $100 million budgets. And it's like, this movie got $8.5. I was like, it grossed $132 million.
Yeah.
I was like, in 2000.
Wait, 132 million? It grossed?
In
Hold on a
2000,
second.
I think it's what it was. I don't remember the exact figures. All right. I'm quoting a 9-year-old project.
Okay.
Okay. Find out if, let's get real facts here.
Okay.
Real stat facts. Regardless, it grossed a lot of money for a porn movie in the era of internet. At that point, it was cable-based internet, so it was fast. Yeah, we're not downloading pixels here. We're downloading full scenes in 2 minutes.
Yes. Hold on.
Now with fucking fiber internet, Jesus Christ, man.
Evan Stone was in it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Good, yes. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. No.
No?
The budget was $1 million.
Oh, $1 million, sorry.
Which is still like...
$1 million. Oh, that was my point. So my point, I believe, was it was the first porn production that had $1 million production budget.
The sequel had an $8 million budget.
Okay, so all right.
And it is considered the most expensive porn film ever produced. Now...
Facts. Just the boys dropping big facts on you
see.
for your college projects. For the college-age boys, if you are in some type of econ-related class, this is a really good subject matter because you can do 2 of your favorite things. You can jerk off, which is great, but then you can also research porn.
Yeah,
for economic purposes. I mean, isn't that great? I think we're just opening up a cavern of just.
I want to know how much did this movie gross? I'm looking for that.
$100+ million.
But let's say it was $100 million. Let's say it was that. Like that's how much money they made on this movie.
Good, pretty good profit.
Let's see. Films that gross 100 mil. Let's see. Films that gross 100 mil. Largest grossing films. Okay. Highest grossing films. I'm looking. Okay. 2 billion.
Millie.
Jesus. Okay. The 50th highest grossing film of all time was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, which is $960 million. But that's 50 highest grossing of all time. Right now, number 1 is Avengers Endgame,
which was
$2.7 billion, which is a lot of fucking money. I'm trying to look for a movie that grossed like let's say.
And they say, why do they make movies?
Why do they make movies? Well, let's toss out a movie out there that name an Amy Schumer movie.
Trainwreck.
Okay, Trainwreck.
Wasn't that the only one? Name and there was that other silly one, Snatched.
Yeah, no one saw that. So anyway, Trainwreck. Okay,
throw out an Amy Schumer movie.
Trainwreck gross. Okay. The budget was $35 million. The box office was $140.8 million.
Still pretty good.
Okay.
Doubled the production
Pirates
budget.
made more money than Trainwreck did. Because you look at what it did at the box office versus how much they spent to make the movie. Mm-hmm. Even if they made $40 million less on Pirates.
Pirates made
more money
than a feature-length film in Hollywood.
Yes. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is a feature-length, like, forgettable Hollywood film.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is why business is
booming. Yes. Okay.
Shouts out to AB84.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't believe you necessarily, but I also like it's not that I don't believe you. Mm-hmm. It's just that you've done a lot of radical shit. And I kind of want you to just chill. You know? Like just get out of the it's been 5 weeks of a football season. We've had enough distractions where I haven't heard about Antonio Brown, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's been kind of nice.
It's been nice.
I'm waiting for like week 7
now
to where like everything hits the fan.
we need to get into something though. We've been avoiding. For
I
a
know.
while. We don't have to stay on it for long.
I've been deflecting.
But this, I read about this earlier.
Juke break
today. Bam. I read about this earlier today. About a serial killer. Okay.
Ooh, that's strong. Smells like
this guy
smells like your uncle.
This man, his name is Samuel Little.
Samuel. Okay, now Samuel Little.
Mm-hmm.
Very inconspicuous name.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when you think of the great American serial killers, right? The greatest American serial killers.
Okay.
You think of, Ted Bundy.
Yep.
Confessed to about 30 homicides.
Yeah.
You think of Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay.
Yep.
How many homies did he have? 17?
Well, I'd say close to 20, I thought. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Those are the ones that they found.
Yeah.
Okay. But this one man in particular evaded police for this long and was killing people in the same period of time and beyond. Okay?
Since 1975. Right?
Says. Now, he says.
Allegedly.
He says he killed 93. He confessed to 93 victims between 1970 and 2005.
Can we just do the math? I'm a big numbers guy.
Okay. Now the FBI has confirmed 50 of them so far.
That's a lot. That's a lot of deaths.
Now even that 50 confirmed is more than Jeffrey Dahmer and
5 minus 1970. So that's 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
He killed 93 people.
Yeah.
So
it's putting up big numbers.
Yeah. So that's like 2.5 people a year.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, well, you think about it like this,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, 2.5 is 87.5.
Even if you take the confirmed kills, he has killed more people. If you just count confirmed kills, he's killed more people than Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer combined.
Yeah, my dude has killed essentially 2.5 people every year for the last from 35 years from 1970 to 2005.
Yeah. Most of them hookers,
Still people.
Man was doing his thing. Now, what was interesting though is he was saying that he never thought he would get caught because most of the women he killed were no one was going to account for them. No one was going to look for them. They were mostly black women, most of which were drug addicts or sex workers. And one of them was a trans woman in there. He basically thought, you know what? No one's going to be looking for these people. They just go missing. So he strangled a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was okay. Right now,
I think you have a fascination with this guy. I believe because of his just because of his demeanor.
Yeah.
He is Cool Hand Luke with his Deborah. Well, let me tell you about Deborah.
Well, I was driving down 20. Well, she needed a ride to go to the Piggly Wiggly over in Fort Lauderdale. She wanted to see a boyfriend Wes after. So we drove down forgive me. 27 toward Fort Lauderdale, and we turned on Alligator Lane. She looks at me and says, "The Piggly Wiggly is that way." He says, "Hold on, it's a shortcut." So I took her over on that dirt ridge back up in the Everglades, pulled over, parked the car. I was driving my uncle's 68 Pontiac Le Mans at the time. And I pulled over and put my hands around her neck, started choking her, she died. Then I pulled her body out of the car and dragged her probably about from the road back to that great willow tree back up in the Everglades, a beautiful tree. And I dragged her behind the Everglades and just dropped her body back in it was like a mushy ground, like a marsh. And just plopped her there, boop, face down, and got in Le Mans and left. Like, and this is how he
describes like 50 murders.
Yeah,
That's,
he describes like there's a smooth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's a smooth 5 videos of like they haven't been able to find the victim yet, but this is him confessing to them.
Yeah,
like it's like Samuel Little confession, Miami, Florida, 1972.
Yeah,
Marianne, Little Rock, Arkansas, 1992, 93.
Yeah.
Covington, Kentucky, 1984. Las Vegas, Nevada, 1993. New Orleans, Louisiana, 1982.
My dude bops around. Like,
yeah, and you look at like a map of like where these murders were, like they're holy
like,
shit,
fucking everywhere. Like just
Los Angeles, Las Vegas,
Phoenix, Houston, New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans, like Mississippi, like southern, like Bayou, Mississippi,
Memphis, Tennessee,
Little Rock, Arkansas,
fucking like
Chattanooga, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, fucking
every part of Florida. Florida's gonna Florida.
Central Florida, South Florida, not the Panhandle.
Did he get to Boca?
Jesus. Let's see. South Carolina,
Atlanta, Georgia, Washington D.C.
Yeah, that looks like just outside. Looks more Delaware, Cincinnati, Ohio, or as I like to call it, Northern Kentucky, Northern Ohio. That's probably like Youngstown or something.
Yeah,
like this man was everywhere. Holy shit!
I mean, just
St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. Oh, it's Cleveland. I'm sorry,
Cleveland.
Yeah. This guy was everywhere, just killing women.
Just killing women.
And he got away with it. Oh, that's Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia. Let's see. Oh, he was in Tampa, Clearwater.
Oh, God, he got down to Cape Coral.
Jesus.
My aunt lives down in Cape Coral.
Oh, really? Well, hopefully she didn't know Sam.
Sam? He's a nice guy. There's Boca. Coral. He did get pretty close to Boca.
Yeah, he got pretty good. Yeah.
Hope he didn't get down to Pompano Beach.
Yeah, it's nice there.
It is.
But it's just like the way he describes these murders. I'm looking
it's
at like
so nonchalant. Like it's just like
it was just like I was driving down the old Piggly Wiggly. The Piggly Willy pancakes was on sale. Strangled a hooker on the way there. Then I decided to pick up a couple boxes of Jiffy cornbread mix. just so
took a shower.
Yeah, Gulfport, Mississippi, New Orleans, Louisiana.
It's the kind of guy that like whistles a tune when he walks into a grocery store. But like not but 15 minutes earlier did he strangle a hooker and drop her into a marsh, and he just goes into the Piggly Wiggly and
here we go.
And then he's so friendly to like the staff, and they're like Charles or whatever. What's his name?
Again? Sam.
Samuel.
Hey,
good to see you. How
good
are
to see you, Sam.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Sam, we got a special on brisket today. He was like,
goodness gracious. That sounds
you know what? That sounds mighty tasty.
You know, I've worked up quite the appetite killing all these hookers. So
Hey, Bill killed 4 hookers today down in Macon, Georgia.
Down in Macon, Georgia, which I got to tell you is quite. It's very.
Imagine this guy like an open
micer. It's very vegetal
micer.
down there. Lots of vegetation in Macon, Georgia. Lots of high trees and soft ground.
Yeah. Like imagine him being like a hacky stand-up comedian like the 80s though. Like I killed 8 hookers before I got here today, and boy, my hands are tired.
It's based on true events.
Yeah.
Like,
just fled here from Macon, Georgia.
Yeah. They've been looking over. They've been looking. This is my 3rd state today. I mean,
Knoxville, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah. I
did get that right, Chattanooga.
Yeah. I decided to take a pit stop here in Macon, Georgia before I headed up to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I got a couple of business associates I have to meet with.
Hookers that need a killing.
Yeah, hookers that are going to be killed. Yeah.
It's just Jesus.
It's not funny. He killed so many people.
Yes.
So Samuel Little could go down if if all these murders do hold up on these confessions, could go down as the most notorious killer in American history.
Yeah.
Not world history, but American history. Okay, 93 confessions.
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Serial killers with like the highest number of victims.
Yeah, we need like, are we hitting triple digits anywhere? It's just, it's so many. You know, this is a widely searched thing in Google.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Serial killers by number of victims.
All right.
Let's see.
So right now,
It's
Samuel,
gonna be like some dude in like India you've
Samuel
never heard of.
Little
here we
is
go.
putting up.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay.
This guy killed a lot of people.
So this guy, Luis Garavito,
Of Colombia or
Colombia. He was
Colombia,
in Colombia,
Ecuador,
and
and Venezuela.
From 1992 to 1999. Wow. Okay. They've proven 138 victims. But he has the possible is 172 to 300 plus. Child murderer, torture killer, and rapist known as La Besta
Which is the beast.
confessed to killing 140 boys.
You leave those boys alone.
You leave them boys alone, Father Onassis.
Well, they are so supple and clean.
Yeah, but anyway, clean. Confessed to killing 140 boys between 8 and 16 years old over a 7-year period in Colombia. In neighboring countries, he is suspected of murdering over 300 victims, mostly street children.
Okay.
Wow. Holy shit, that's a lot.
Man,
of
South
people.
America's got a lot of murderers.
Now,
Holy shit.
that would mean though that okay, this right
I'm
here
never
would
going to
put-
South America. Like,
No. Well, even confirmed, they got to put Samuel Little. He's on the list.
there he is. Hey, Sammy.
Okay, here we go. Samuel Little was convicted of killing 3 women, but later investigations linked 31 other murders to him. Little is now thought to be America's most prolific serial killer. He claims he killed as many as 93 victims total, 3 above his initial confession of 90. The FBI later confirmed a total of 50 murders linked to Little. The investigations into his crimes are ongoing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who could forget about Gary Ridgway?
But he got beaten by Anatoly
That dude just looks like a murderer.
Prokempo. Yeah.
Oh my God. His fucking nickname's the Beast of Ukraine.
Yeah. And the Terminator and Citizen O. Wow.
Dude, those sound like fucking basketball nicknames.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Beast of Ukraine.
Yeah, like that dude just sounds like a 7-foot tall Ukrainian man.
Yeah.
It's just like, what did they call you? Beast of Ukraine, very strong, very big.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the fuck I want.
Just
Oh my God. There's
wow.
some, yeah.
I love this guy, Mikhail Popkov from Russia. Serial killer nicknamed the Werewolf.
Sorry.
From 1992 to 2010.
Yeah.
Was active for 2 decades.
Jesus.
Wow. After being convicted of 22 murders, he confessed to
Call me werewolf.
an additional 59 murders and was convicted of 56 in 2018. Wow.
God damn.
Okay, so Gary Ridgway
Uh-huh.
is who Mr. Sam Little beat out for like the most prolific American. He was a truck painter who confessed to killing 71 women, also known as the Green River Killer.
I've heard of this guy.
He almost exclusively targeted sex workers from Seattle, suspected of killing over 90 victims, confessed to 71, convicted of 49, sentenced to life without parole, and is currently imprisoned in ADX Florence in Colorado.
It's a bad motherfucker right there. Man, I gotta tell you, really the biggest takeaway for me is the alarming amount of South American crimes there are.
Yeah.
Mostly Brazil.
Yeah, well, Brazil is...
I mean, it's a pretty...
I remember actually when I was in high school, I worked with this dude at KFC. And he was
always brings things back to the KFC.
Yeah. Well, he was from Egypt, but he was an amateur boxer, got to travel the world, and he told us that he went to Brazil. He had a fight there. And I asked him, how was Brazil? He said, Brazil, very nice. Be careful, because if you're not, they will kidnap you, rape you, and they will steal your kidney.
He goes, I know.
Yeah.
He pulls up his shirt. There's a
pulls his
scar.
shirt, there's just a scar.
Like, what the
He's
fuck?
like, be careful. He said, they didn't get my kidney,
But
be
they tried.
careful.
But they tried.
He's like, they will kidnap you, rape you, and they will steal your kidney.
Yeah.
Like, what crazy fucking place do you
Yeah.
have to be in where, like, you have to worry about someone kidnapping you, raping you?
And then stealing.
And
And
stealing your
then to
kidney.
boot, we're going to take your kidney and sell it on the black market.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, listen, man, the going rate for a kidney. People need kidneys, fam.
For real. Yeah.
man.
Listen. Dialysis ain't going to pay for itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or here was a good one. Last one, we'll get off the
okay.
subject.
I'm pretty over murder. Like, I'm just
Okay.
I'm exhausted by it right now.
Okay, Robert Picton. This was in Canada.
Which odd because I thought Canada was we're all nice people.
Yeah, 1983 to 2002. This guy had 49 victims. They confirmed all 49. He was nicknamed the Butcher. Robert Picton was a Canadian serial killer who killed 49 women and disposed of their bodies by feeding them to his pigs.
Oh, this is the pig feeding guy.
Yeah. He was convicted of only 6
Oh,
murders, but
okay.
changed for his. Was charged for his unproven 49 victims.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I know Robert. I've heard the name Robert Picton before, but like,
Yes.
where?
Yes.
He fed them the pig. He was the pig feeding guy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Jeez.
As soon as I saw it on the list, I had to bring it up.
Jesus
'Cause
Christ.
I knew you heard of him.
Yeah, because I was like, that name sounds so familiar. And we got, you know, we got the OGs, the Ted Bundys.
Yeah, of course.
The John Wayne Gacy's, aka the Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teen boys and young men.
Yep. Cool. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
So
great.
let's switch over to something that's a little more lighthearted.
I don't know if we can come back from this.
Uh,
You got something else?
yeah.
Like what?
Let's see. That's porn. Here we go.
That is a huge dick. That is
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to get your opinion on this. This local news, Syracuse, New York. The title of the article reads, after fatal fire, Syracuse landlord rents unit with ash stained ceiling and no smoke detectors.
Okay.
Okay, and just for a little background, ash and smoke stains cover ceiling of blah blah's apartment. A daily reminder of a fire that killed a 13-year-old girl, of the brazen indifference
Oh. Getting a little choked up.
of the building's owner, a notorious city landlord. About 3 months after a deadly fire tore through the home, the landlord re-rented the apartment at blah blah to blah blah. According to blah blah, the landlord didn't clean the smoke stains or paint the ceiling. He didn't replace a bathtub blackened by ash. Didn't mention that there had been a fatal fire. Inspection 2 weeks ago found the apartment had no smoke detectors. A worker installed 2 detectors shortly after that inspection. So the first time the apartment had been okay. Okay. So we continue through I believe it says that there were the landlord of this place been slapped with 11 lead paint violations. There were still windows broken out of this apartment from the fire that were just boarded up. They never actually fixed the windows. The fire was started because the tenants were using candles to heat the apartment. Fire inspector said at the time there was no heat or power hooked up in the apartment. So the building had several other code violations. It was unfit for living. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm looking for where it says there were no windows in the house. Okay. So basically this whole house was a fire hazard.
Okay. So what's your question?
Okay.
What opinion?
How do you feel about this?
I feel like she should have said something when there's black shit on the ceiling and black bathtub.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
hey, this isn't right.
Right. But I also gotta wonder.
I don't think she's getting strong armed by a slumlord being like, "Well, I take it is what it is." Huh? Like it's
maybe, but I wonder when they get.
Like
now I've moved into apartments.
Mm-hmm.
You've moved into apartments.
I have.
One of the things you usually do before you sign a lease
Is you walk through it.
you walk through it. You see it. You look at it. Do I like it?
Yeah.
Do I want to live here?
Yeah. This will work. Yep.
This will work. How much you charging per month?
Yep.
You walk through.
Regular ass questions.
Yeah, some questions. Yeah.
Oh, little spilly boy.
Yeah.
You're such a little slut.
Now let's say you're in talks with the landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Shows you this apartment. Soot marks on the ceiling. Clearly looks like there'd been a fire in the apartment. The apartment probably smells like smoke. That stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah. I had chili for dinner.
Chili for supper. Okay. It looks like there's smoke on the ceiling.
Damn the beans.
Boarded up windows.
Yeah.
No glass. The heat in the apartment doesn't work.
A lot of red flags.
There's no power in the apartment.
That's a red flag.
And the bathroom is covered in soot. The bathtub is covered in soot.
Ash.
Yeah. Even if you don't know a 13-year-old girl died there. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you moving in?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay?
No.
Okay. This woman moved in.
That's
Complained
her-
about a lack of smoke detectors.
It's her fault.
Yes. Now, is the landlord terrible? Yes.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty cool guy, but
Yeah.
I mean, to his their own.
It's pretty bad.
He's not. I've sadly I've heard worse.
Mm-hmm.
We have heard worse on this podcast.
And what would that be?
Sexual advances mostly. But
Yeah, but those
at least the house had smoke detectors.
smoke detectors and electricity, like
Jesus Christ. Listen, just because he tried to have sex with you doesn't mean you don't have working water and electricity.
Listen.
Consider yourself lucky.
So I guess,
Sometimes he doesn't even ask.
I guess slumlords fall into two categories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you get the kind that basically completely neglect the place. There's no all the windows are boarded up.
It's like, whatever.
There's no electricity.
Somebody will rent this
There's
shit.
no heat. There was a fire before. Someone died. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Somebody will rent this place.
We don't even care enough to like paint the ceiling.
We care so little about this place that a homicide, well, not homicide, but a death happened here. An accidental death.
Yeah.
And we care so little about it that we're going to leave evidence on the walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you're a landlord of a place and the place has like no heat or hot water hooked up,
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
and the fire started because the tenant like was using candles to heat the place.
Fire starter.
Which, by the way, that's a lot of fucking candles. But anyway,
You need to, I was going
could
to
you
say,
be charged with negligent homicide?
I mean, how many candles were there? To heat?
To heat
To
an
even
apartment.
to heat
That's
a room.
That's a lot of
To
candles.
heat a room, you probably need like 20 candles.
Or one really big candle.
20 regular sized candles or one really big candle.
we started a bonfire with cardboard in the middle of the living room. Like, how do you...
That's not a candle, my dude. That is a fire.
That's an arson.
That's a... Yeah.
So, yeah, but I got to say this. Like, okay, I've rented apartments before. And there are small things I've had to fix in my own apartment. Nothing big. For example, I didn't like how where the master bedroom faced, the sun would peek through the blinds every morning, shining right into my eyes. So I bought blackout shades. Put them up. No more sun in the morning.
Bye-bye, son.
Bye, sun. It was great. Okay? Little shit like that. Nothing crazy. Okay? Sink's clogged. I gotta unclog it. Nothing big.
Got a plunger?
Pulled it right out. Listen, little things like that. Smoke detectors. You can buy smoke detectors.
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
Stick them on the wall.
Pop a battery in them.
Carbon monoxide detectors. You can buy those.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to do a little painting. knock yourself out.
Just
You can do that shit yourself. And even then, like painting a ceiling from soot. I mean, should you have to after there was a fire in the apartment where someone died?
I mean,
You shouldn't have
you
to.
shouldn't have to.
But you know, that's how you living.
Yeah.
But also, I gotta wonder how much is my dude charging for rent?
Yeah. I mean, based on the circumstances, I would assume not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking this was like, if he was getting $500 a month for this thing, this guy's the best salesperson I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like,
Like-
listen.
Just like there was a homicide. It's a $500 a month.
Well, she said they didn't even tell her that there, like, someone died there.
Yeah, just ask around. Hey, what happened over here? Oh, a little girl died in a fire. Huh.
Yeah. A fire? How'd that happen? Oh, they were using candles to heat the place. Apparently, place didn't have heat hooked up.
What if she leveraged that to get less per month?
That's what I
on-
would've did.
I know.
I would have said, "Listen, I've seen the place.
Listen, I know you
It's
said
a
five.
shithole.
I know you said it's $500 a month, but I heard a little girl died here. I'll do it for $275.
Yeah, listen, man. Someone died here, and this place needs some fucking work.
So $275 will do the work
$275 a month, and it'll look nicer.
when I leave.
Yeah, like
Which
when
would-
I leave, it's gonna look nicer than when I got it. He'd probably be like,
$300.
"Can you do 350?" I'd be like, 300. You got a deal. He'd be like, "Deal."
I'll take $350. $295. $300.
Yeah.
$295.
I said, only thing is, you gotta get National Grid in there, man.
Yeah.
I need heat. Daddy needs heat.
Listen, son. All right, I don't mean to be a jerk. All right, but there's ash in the tub.
There's ash in the top.
Okay, it smells like dead body in here.
I'm gonna have to replace it. It smells like charred human remains.
It smells like a dead body in here. Can,
Yeah,
can we get some pine sol up in this bitch? Like,
Please. No, seriously, man. Like, I'll repaint the place. I'll clean it.
I'll
like,
do all the
good,
work.
Replace windows.
Yep.
Whatever, man.
$250 a month.
Yeah. Get some heat hooked up. This place.
$250 a month.
I'm gonna
Shake my
bless
hand.
this place, son.
Shake my hand. Shake my
Shake
my
my
hand.
Fucking hand.
And we got a deal. Nice job.
Shake.
Nice job.
Good job.
Don't you feel better now?
Yeah.
Don't you feel better? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm buying smoke detectors. Ha ha
Bitch, out of here. Yeah.
ha. Ha tease.
Yeah, Home Depot run. It's just like this motherfucker. Just let me buy this place for $250 a month. I'm gonna make it look better than ever. Just got to
Yeah.
get rid of that, dirty, stinky, dead body smell.
Once you get over the fact that like
Somebody,
a young teenager died here,
we'll get past it. Everybody gets past it. But,
what a steal.
what a steal! What an asshole! Wow, $250 a month. This fucking guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmares. So many nightmares.
I've noticed that trend though on like Syracuse.com.
Of just like slumlord millionaires.
It seems like Syracuse does have like a slumlord problem.
Yeah, because we have a lot of low income housing.
Yes. So it's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Where like you just have a bunch of guys that like live out in the suburbs or don't even live in the area.
Yeah.
They live in like New Jersey somewhere.
I've noticed that actually.
Yeah.
I've actually seen an alarming amount, especially of like commercial properties.
Yes.
That are owned by people that live in New York, like live in New York City or live in New Jersey.
Yes.
Who are just, they're managing a property from hours away.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then they don't know like the maintenance crew. They hired like this like off-brow third-party company.
Yeah.
And they like half the time like don't show up.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh, well, stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, smoke detectors seem to work. It's like, did you check them? They looked okay. Like, it's just,
They look all right.
don't even check them. They're just like,
Yeah.
they look fine. But
Yeah.
all right, let's put this one to bed.
Okay.
Boys, it's been a terrific evening of mostly murder.
Grippy tannins.
Grippy tannins, grape jokes.
Homicides.
Homicides. Just basically a day in the life of the Wine Boys podcast.
Of course.
There's great hard-hitting content coming at you every single week. So be here on Wednesdays. Give us just go on your little iTunes app or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they call it now. I guess it's not iTunes anymore. It's like Apple Music or
Of course.
something, iOS, whatever.
Of course.
Go in there, 5-star reviews on iTunes, and please give us a review. I like your honest opinion. Some people have been very honest, which is great. Within reason. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but We'll find you. But yeah, iTunes 5-star review every Wednesday. We'll be here for Wine Wednesday, and we'll be back and better than ever next week.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.